After hearing closing arguments from both the prosecution and the defense, the judge gave the jury instructions on how they would decide the case of Joseph Elledge. From a wellness Instagram account like this one, to meditation breaks, to free counseling services. If you take a look in this parking lot here, it's making for pretty slick conditions. It's little things like this, the little hand clackers that they're recommending you use instead of yelling, and it would actually make it illegal to be on your phone anytime you're behind the wheel. We're at $3.79 per gallon at this gas station here in Boone County. This area is within a mile of 4 different schools, and those are on your screen here. I'm gonna go ahead and have my camera zoom out a little bit just so you can see the extent of the snow here. He said at the beginning of the pandemic, the most popular item was toilet paper. She took the stand and emotionally told the jury she never killed her husband and she never wanted him dead.
In terms of a solution, do you just foresee it then as COVID is going to spread?
Well, you can see here on 63, roads are much clearer than they were this morning. Well, today Higbee voters are deciding between 2 candidates, current mayor Carl Wheeler and longtime resident Rick Switzer. Both say they're just ready for it to be over. In the small town of Higbee, 2 people are running for mayor. And in a world of differences,
I mean, it's got pretty dirty at times.
they have at least one thing in common.
My tire sliced, my house has been painted on.
Both candidates say they've been victims of vandalism.
You'd think I was running for the President of the United States.
At the beginning of the year, Wheeler had his tires slashed. Monday night, Switzer's house was tagged with graffiti.
It's got pretty crazy.
Now with his graffiti, I do not agree with that, period. I mean, that's about as low as you can get.
I don't think I've ever seen it come to this magnitude.
Both say they're ready for the community to come back together.
I'd say it's, if it wasn't for all the mudslinging, it'd be a perfect community.
I always say Higbee's my favorite place in the world. It really is. This community's always been great to me.
They hope that soon they'll return to being a town divided only by the train tracks. Both have different plans that they hope to focus on in office. Wheeler says he hopes to complete some of the projects he's already started, like finishing the construction of the new Dollar General in town. Switzer says he has a number of goals as well, including building a new city hall and developing the housing market. In the studio, Peyton Headley, KOMU 8 News. The group worked together in the community started as an attempt to help the community's most vulnerable residents during the height of the pandemic. It now has thousands of members and thousands of posts. And there's one man you can count on for a post every day.
He's got one box.
For the past 32 years,
He's got another box on that shelf.
Chris Bell has been working at Sam's Club.
Yeah, for 32 years, must like it.
And for the last 2 years,
It popped up on my memories.
he's been posting in the Work Together in the Community Facebook group.
This is where it all started with the great paper shortage 2 years ago, almost to the day.
It all started when shelves began to clear out.
So they'd come in and check every day. You got it, you got it, you got it. I keep saying no, 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 and I felt so bad about that, so I figured maybe I'll do something.
So he started posting every day about what the store had in stock. He said at the beginning of the pandemic, the most popular item was toilet paper. Next on the list, all the different kinds of disinfectant spray. And of course, everyone wanted to know about the hand sanitizer and the wipes.
He is the best. We love our Sam's guy.
Melissa Rubio Hernandez created the group.
During the pandemic, he was the #1 coolest guy ever.
She says she loves to see the community coming together to help each other.
I'm very proud of that. Even though COVID is now getting better, we'll still be able to continue helping our community.
2 years later, the items may have changed a bit.
And now it's not necessarily the paper, but it's like daycares want the corn dogs and the Uncrustables.
But he said he'll keep posting.
They love it immensely because it saves them so much trouble and so much time.
Bell says the health department awarded him as a COVID buster at the beginning of the pandemic. And now people look for different kinds of help in the group, from help with transportation to asking for donations after a car accident or even looking for places to work. In the studio, Peyton Headley, KOMU 8 News.
How are things looking?
Well, it's calmed down quite a bit. The snow was coming down consistently from about 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. But now snowplows finally have the opportunity to catch up on some of the roads. If you take a look in this parking lot here, it's making for pretty slick conditions. The ground is coated in a thin layer of ice. But even in conditions like this, Moberly residents still got out to support local businesses. Even on a cold day,
we're about the customers. Everything to keep them happy.
Funny Pages Cafe in Moberly is serving up something hot.
Well, I'm thinking about biscuits and gravy.
Since 5:30 in the morning, eggs have been sizzling and customer count hasn't slowed down.
It's awesome to see that people are coming together even in the craziest times.
Buildings,
Rob
all of our
Gillenwater is one of them.
businesses. This storm is more of a visual, a whiteout.
That means he had to travel through conditions like this and get his car through some pretty deep snow.
The visibility is very poor, and it's hard to see on the roads really where you are.
But he was still able to find funny pages. So even when temperatures are down,
It's a beautiful scenery just to look out the window, drink some hot chocolate or coffee, and just watch the snow fall.
some kitchens are still heating up. And just by 11 a.m., she said she had already seen about 50 to 75 people inside the restaurant. And we've been here on the corner of US 24 and Morley all day walking around, and it seems as if most businesses are open. Reporting live in Moberly, Peyton Headley, KOMU 8 News.